In this video training, we'll take a brief look at the text view, one of the display options in Teledyne LeCroy's Sierra SAS SATA protocol analyzer software. In the packet view tutorial, we saw how you can combine some of the higher level views of the SAS protocol traffic with some of the lower level detail. I'll click on the text view button, which is just one more optional view of the protocol traffic. I can close the packet view to maximize the display of the text view, which is showing us the bidirectional flow of frames as they are moving in both the upstream and downstream directions. This view is always in chronological order, so it's similar to the spreadsheet view, but the text view shows traffic across all four recording channels along a common time scale. So it's ideal for SAS wide port traffic, where the analyzer is capturing upstream between an initiator and an expander. You can see exchanges getting routed across different physical links. So this view really reflects the actual physical path that the packet takes going through the expander. This trace shows link up of a host to an expander device. You can see SMP commands across all four lanes. This leftmost column summarizes the events across all the other columns. So it's easier for your eyes to scan down this single column to see what's occurring on the bus. Scrolling up, I can see that there is link training going on across all four lanes. Notice how you may see adjacent events that have the same timestamp. That's expected on a four-wide link, that some symbols will be transmitted simultaneously at the exact same point in time, but on a different physical link. Now we'll jump to a command which I bookmarked. Here we see the first inquiry command, which appears on port 4. Then you can see the data from the device on lane 2, and then an SSP response frame on lane 1. This is typical on a 4-wide port, where an expander can route packets across any of the four links back to the initiator. Here, the target PHY on this expander sends a lot of credit block primitives, which is a method of flow control. It means that there are no more R-readies forthcoming in this connection. Usually because the PHY is busy with some background task, it doesn't want to process more transactions on that link. I'll go to the window menu and switch to a different trace. This one has lots of different read and write commands overlapping. I'll use this button to maximize the screen. You have data moving in both the in and the out direction, so we have reads and writes, different tags. Here's a write 10. It's sent on link 4. It's marked in red because it's an incomplete command. That is, the analyzer never saw a response. It may not be a real issue. This can happen if the trace got truncated. Or it may be a real issue if the device never responded or the command timed out. It's easy to do timing measurements in this window. For example, let's do a measurement from the command to the transfer ready. To make that measurement, you need to set the X marker by left-clicking right in this exact spot. Then I can use the pop-up menu to search for related frames. This is really the best way to navigate in the text view, where you may have large gaps between commands and data. Use the Go to Next tag, and that will jump to the next logical SSP packet that's part of this exchange. That puts us on the transfer ready. You then right-click to set the Y marker, and we see the delta between the events below. The quick timing calculator is showing a delta between that command and the transfer ready of 1.8 seconds, which is really long. So there must be bus contention getting through this expander that is slowing down this transaction, because we're at the end of our trace. So we probably just missed most of the data in response frame. Again, lots of helpful shortcuts within this right-click menu. For example, here's another incomplete command. If you want to try to find where it was retried, you can actually use Go to Next Read 10 with the same LBA and tag. That would have to be a retried command for that to appear in this trace. So the text view is a very useful and unique view for wide port debug and validation. And of course, you can always combine the various views as we've seen earlier, allowing you to roll up transactions and still have good access to higher level detail.